DexCom, we make continuous glucose monitors,
Boom.
as you mentioned, our G6 and our G7 series, as well as DexCom 1. And what the product does is that there's a small needle that goes right beneath your skin into your interstitial fluid. It monitors your glucose throughout the course of the day. And so for anybody that is monitoring their glucose levels because they take insulin, because they take other drugs like GLP-1s, as they monitor their food, their sleeping patterns, and ultimately their exercise patterns, we're able to monitor in real time and give feedback as to how your glucose levels are moving in your body, really minute by minute. Every 5 minutes, we send a ping to your phone or to the receiver. We do that. It's obviously very beneficial to those that need to manage their glucose levels. And by the way, that really spans the entire population. It's really the fifth vital sign.
So, but it's interesting that you say you can use it to work with GLP-1s, to work with semaglutides like Ozempic and Wegovy. Are you seeing more customers do that?
We are. In fact, what we see is if you look at the prescribing patterns, you're really realizing these are companion therapies. You're seeing our prescriptions actually increase when you have somebody who's using a GLP-1, and what you find is the outcomes are better. There's an increase in A1C reduction when you have somebody using both of these products. And so, we think about it as, if you want to think about it as therapy and diagnosis coming together, the therapy is the drug, the diagnostic is the real insight into what's happening in your body. Those two things are an incredibly powerful combination. You're seeing physicians prescribing more and more in that pattern.
What are your CGM business? That is your business.
Yes.
Okay. What are the growth drivers on the top line for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the total addressable market is huge.
Okay.
And it's one of those things when we sought out to meet an unmet need, we realized, and you mentioned sugary foods.
Yep.
A lot of us are sitting down more often than we have in the past. There is a challenge with glucose levels in the body. It started with folks using insulin, but it's really progressed beyond that. And so when you think about the entire population, diabetes, 30 million in the U.S., pre-diabetes, 90 million in the U.S., global diabetes, over 500 million.
Wow. Yeah.
And only about 1% of the people that have diabetes in the world are on this therapy. So there's 99% to go. And so there's a real opportunity for us to continue to drive adoption and really change people's lives.
So is your customer the physician?
Our customer is the physician, the payer, and the actual customer themselves. I mean, really, this is incredibly personal to the actual patient. They wear it on their body.
Yep.
The physician clearly wants to know it. It helps them titrate medication. And then obviously the payer wants outcomes. And so you have to have a product that delivers outcomes. Ours delivers outcomes.
So I've seen, you see the YouTube videos or Instagram videos where somebody just kind of slaps it on the bottom of her arm or his arm. It doesn't look like it hurts. You say needle, but I feel like it's more of a wire almost, isn't it?
That's what it is. I mean, I'm wearing one now. Basically, you put on your body, you click a button, it comes on. I don't feel it. Most folks don't. When I say it's a little needle under, it's about the size of a hair, and about a quarter of an inch.
And how long do you leave it in your arm?
For 10 days. So it stays in there for 10 days, giving you feedback over the course of those 10 days. Real easy to put on, real easy to take off, pairs with your phone, pairs with other devices as well.
And do you leave it on all the time? Do you constantly have one on?
Always. You have it on 24/7. You swim with it. I noticed you mentioned San Diego. You surf with it. If you guys ever want to try it and come out surfing with us, you're more than welcome to. But absolutely part of wearing it 24/7, so it gives you that 24/7 feedback.
What do you notice? I mean, when you have, I don't know, a glass of wine, do you see a change? When you have, peanut butter? I mean, what are the things that you notice?
You change your habits. You really do. I'll tell you what's good. Whiskey. That's a good one. What's not good?
I think
beer.
We all agree.
So there you go. I mean, you're going to have to battle between those if you want to keep it. But there are foods that you eat that you realize, to your point, your body interacts with differently. For me, it's rice. Rice sends me through the roof. And so what I've done is I've changed my behavior around my eating habits. I stay away from rice. I don't want that to impact my glucose levels, which obviously impacts your health.
Why are you wearing the patch?
So I wear it for the similar reason. I like to, well, one, I'm a bit of a sensor nerd since I work at the company.
So you're not doing, is this a prescription thing?
It is a prescription thing. I have a prescription.
And why did you get the prescription?
Because I wanted to monitor the glucose levels. It was really important to me for long-term health considerations.
But the target market is what?
It's still those.
Is it you? Or is it just somebody who has an underlying condition that requires this type of monitoring?
Today, it's really targeted at the diabetes population, those impacted, so that population. But longer term, it will, we believe, go well beyond that. To folks that are monitoring their health before your physical.
So the Apple Watch isn't enough. We got to go another step.
You're
taking it another step.
You have to be accurate. And that's
Okay.
the big thing. The difference between a healthy person and someone with prediabetes is very, very small. So accuracy is paramount.